fun thing.
Well, congratulations on becoming a series regular on the
Thank
show.
you. Always feels good to be regular.
Yes.
Yeah. Just started off with a shit joke, so there you go.
So since you'll have more time with your character, are there any aspects that you were hoping you get to play with this season?
Detective. The detective aspect of the character is something I wanted to do for a long time. So that's something that we're definitely going to get into this year. That's a big, big aspect of the character, and I'm really excited to get into that.
Will there be an introduction of Plastic Man to Elastic Man at some point?
We actually haven't talked about that. That's a really interesting. That's a really, really interesting idea, and you just gave me an idea to pitch, actually. I love that you just said that. But I will deny that. Yeah, delete that. That's, yeah, I write you a check. Warner Brothers write you a check. But no, we haven't talked about that. But that's a really interesting idea. Yeah. Well, cool. That was quick. Nice, guys. Thanks.
Now everyone's writing their pitch ideas.
Yeah, awesome.
We're going to see more of the Ralph and Barry dynamic that we saw from last season, because you guys at first really couldn't stand each other, and then of course became almost like brothers.
That's sort of what they are, and I don't think we're going to see as much of that, at least in the first part of this season, because he's going to have, he's going to be up to his eyeballs in Nora, and then his daughter. So they're going to be doing a lot of figuring that out. And I think he also gave, I think he and Ralph developed each other the way they needed to, where they can be more self-sufficient now too. I would love to do more of that, but everybody can't always get loads of time with Barry out, on the show. It'd be nice, but it's just not the way it works. So I think we'll get some of that, but not as much as last year.
Since Barry's going to be so busy, who do you want to interact with on the show?
I would love to see. There's going to be a lot of Ralph and Caitlin, which I really like. I think that's like a really sweet relationship and friendship that they have. And there's going to be a lot of Ralph and Cisco, both being bachelors now and single. And I would love to see. Excuse me. We haven't talked about it, but I would love to see Ralph and Joe West. I just want to see those guys. There's a lot there. I mean, Joe's known Ralph for a really, really long time, and he knows who he is and what he's capable of and everything. And he was the first person that ever defended Ralph to anybody anyway in the first episode that Ralph came in.
And Ralph made a major impact on Joe when he was about to cross that line.
Great scene. That was such a pivotal scene for the character, and that was something where, that really kind of drew the line in the sand, I think, for a lot of viewers. And for me as an actor, too, where I was like, cool, this is, really going to dig into who this guy really is, and there's a lot more there than just, the wackiness. But I would love to see more of that Joe stuff. I thought it was a great, fun scene, and I love working with Jesse. I mean, he's awesome. So I'd love to see more of that.
So what's Ralph's main focus going to be this season?
I think finding his place in the team now that he's back, because last year was all about am I a hero, can I do this, can I not do this, but I think it's now about finding his place in the team and really what that means to him and what he can bring to the table.
Obviously the show has a habit of changing every year. The big thing with Nora coming in this year, do you, when you come in, do you look at it as a slightly different show, or is it still the same thing?
It just feels like the same thing still going to me. It just really does. It feels like the same thing as last year, and just kind of a natural progression of things. I know the scripts changed a little bit and the tones changed a little bit and stuff like that, but it's all, the reason this show works is because of the people that work together, working with Grant, working with Carlos, working with Tom, all those people, those relationships are always there, and I think that's why this show worked in the first place. I really do, even going back way, way before my time here, it was because these people all really like each other, and they're all really good people, and they get along. And I think that came through on camera and on TV screens. I really, really do. Because when I would watch it, I was like, this is really cool. I didn't expect it to be as cool and as great as it was, and it became phenomenal. And it's because of those relationships. So those will always be there. So there is that through line through each season in a really lovely way.
I think you're right, it does translate. And I think it's shows like that tend to have the bigger fandoms, and that fans tend to be more passionate about. What has your experience been like with that?
With what?
With the fandom's passion.
It's been really fun. People do the conventions, the autograph conventions and stuff like that, and I did my first one this past summer, and I was super nervous about it, and it was one of the most incredible experiences that I've had, because what it was just so many people coming up being like, I love this, I love this show, or I went through this really hard thing in my life, and the first time I smiled was watching the show, and your face fell off in the first episode or whatever, and it was like, wow, this is what more can you ask for than just letting people just forget your worries and tune out and just enjoy yourselves, That's very, very special to me, and that's been my experience with the fandom. is they love it. They love it. And I grew up a comic book fan too, so I love all this stuff as well. And it's exciting to be a part of it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much.
Pleasure.